Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Black Marine Halloween Trilogy. This is a great time to present you the Black Marine Trilogy featuring Jeff T.
Hello.
Hello, Jeff.
How are
Thank
you,
you so
Marina?
much for joining tonight.
I am so excited to have been a part of your show. This whole trilogy that we've done together has been amazing. I just can't express the thanks enough.
I just love how all of these stories developed through the years. And actually, at the beginning, they wasn't planned. It went like with a flow. Like one story inspired the other and the other. And I think this is like a great time that we now present the audience what we did with music videos in these free music videos that we actually did.
Yes, it was so much fun to be a part of it. And honestly, just being asked to do anything like this was what was really cool to me. And then how it came together was awesome. So, do you want to play the videos?
Yes, of course. We can start with a Halloween song.
Okay.
Um, I will, for our audience, they can see the link below in the comments of the New York City Daily Post that published actually the premiere back then when we released that. But Halloween song, we actually did it. I think it was like end of September.
I think so, yes.
And then we released it in October. Yes, that's correct. Yes.
Okay. So, let's watch it and see what we can do with it.
Yeah, let's bring the memories.
Like a stranger, it's night, it's night, it's night.
So how was actually for you filming all of this? Because now when we are watching like this, what we did last year, I had like only one shot. Like I'm just one like character telling the story, but all the other cameras is actually you. So you are actually the main actor who is like telling the story. So how was like this for you, like, and this idea to be on the field, and how was all of this? How felt?
I had no idea what I was doing. I'm going to be honest. I had no earthly idea. I had never done anything like that before in my whole life. And you asked me to maybe do makeup, and I sent you some photos, and you're like, yeah, this, and so yeah, and then I just kind of went out and I decided to do this. I did it right in my kind of near my house, right beside my home. Some of it is filmed beside my house. Some of it was filmed in the woods across the street, and I just had no idea. I just did a few things, sent you some videos and little clips, and you kind of gave me some better direction about maybe try this or try that, and it worked out fantastic. I think. I mean, I really give you all the credit. I mean, literally, I just set up a tripod and did some video snaps and sent you clips, and you were like, yeah, maybe try this, or maybe try closer, or maybe try that. And uh, interestingly enough, I mean, it turned out fantastic.
I just like how flexible you are. Like I remember when I was like directing you, like maybe you should run in this section. Maybe you should do like this scene, like when you begin from home, like cutting the pumpkin, and then you went out. I think it's like a great storytelling, and thank you so much for that. I mean, this made really this video very special.
I think so too. I think it turned out amazing. I mean, I I know there's no way I could have put that together, and I would have never even thought to do any such thing as that. And then just to I love Halloween, and I know you do too. So just to be asked to do it, and then it grew after that because people kind of liked it, and we did more, so that's what's the best part, is how it's kept growing and doing more. So
Yes, I remember when we released it in October, people like went listening and sharing and
yes.
like because I think it was really something new, and it was really something fresh, and I like when me as an artist go like further, like out of something like what is supposed to be, but like further.
Right.
So I think in this music video we achieved that. So I think after that, immediately after that, I think it was maybe like 2 weeks, and I was like, there is this Jeff knife dance, the knife dance, yes. And
Yeah.
then I immediately create the storytelling. I created the music, lyrics, everything, and then I already filmed myself, and then you filmed yourself, and then after you filmed yourself in the woods, then I added also my clips from the woods. So the knife dance actually was inspired from the Halloween song, especially from this dance that you have. I remember that a lot of people, that was like a highlight for them, and
Yeah.
I think that was great that we did.
It was kind of silly because, to be honest, Halloween song, like I say, I had no clue what I was doing, and I was starting to lose the light of the day at that point. So I didn't really have any lights or anything to set up to get much more footage. So I was hoping like hell. I was like, oh, please let this work, or whatever. And it turned out to be like kind of from behind silhouette of me kind of doing something with the knives, because I wanted the knives to be in the photo, but I didn't really know what to do to
I
make it
think that
make
was
it
that
look
was the
dramatic.
highlight. That
Yeah.
was the highlight also for all our friends who were watching and supporting and still supporting. So then, so came the birth of the knife dance. And
Yes.
actually, the knife dance, when I actually, every art that I create, it's like an imaginary story, because I'm inspired a lot by horror movies and horror film composers. So 99% of my ideas are imaginary. So this is what my audience already know. If they don't know, they know now. So actually, this knife dance, it's more like imaginary story, like a film scoring, like we are watching some movie. So it is not like something real, something realistic that is happening like every day. It's like projection into something else. So that's why I think the next one we could do like the knife dance.
The knife dance. The knife dance. Like a heartbeat, please dance. Surrender. Surrender. The wind is touching the sea. The knives rip the past. Like a heartbeat is of life and sorrow. Like a heartbeat.
I mean, Jeff, thank you so much for being part of this, because without you, this wouldn't be the same. And I mean, the inspiration for the knife dance came from the previous video. So, so how was that for you when I
It was,
sent you like the ideas, and what
yeah,
did you
well,
think?
yeah, I think I felt better doing the second one. Of course, you know, I knew a little bit more about what you expected, kind of, and I had seen the first video and the response to it, so it made me want to be a part of the second one a little more, you know, and maybe add a little more to it somehow. So I knew about a place in the woods with an old overgrown cemetery, and went and found that, and of course got you some footage from there, and we did the same thing. Sent you little clips and different things, and you would give me direction on what maybe to change or do better or do different, and yeah, no, I had so much fun. Every bit of it, it was just fun. A little stressful, maybe a little stress, trying to make sure that I did what you wanted or whatever. But at the end of the day, it was just a lot of fun. And I appreciate you asking me to do it, and let me help you create this character and this music that this song, Knife Dance, is probably my favorite. I don't know. There's a couple of places in there where the piano is really, it's just, I don't know how to explain, but you really made me feel super on edge with the piano and the changes, and I was just yeah, amazing song that you created out of that.
In this part, there are like some piano motifs that are coming and going, and I think this is also like interesting in this song musically, but visually. Once when you send me like those clips from the woods, then I was like, okay, I think I need to go outside of my home because I'm usually like recording inside.
Right.
And then my best friend, she filmed me in Vienna Woods, and we released this actually just after Halloween on the 12th November. And actually, this song was announced in New York City Daily Post, not the Halloween song,
Right.
but Halloween
Yeah.
song was mentioned. So that link I'll post under. And I remember because I was so also stressed because I wanted that we made this like before my trip to America, because I knew that this is something very exotic, and I am working like more than 20 years in this creation as a composer. And when I went to America and then played them this, it was like a highlight. And then people start in Hollywood asking me, the composers from Hollywood, they were asking me like, is there more? Is there more? And I'm like, there is only one.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah,
And then I'm like, people even didn't notice that we were not in the same like space. This is like also interesting. Like we really did it good. We really achieved this visual effect.
I think so. Yeah, and I really I agree totally. I don't know how you found woods that looked close enough to similar to where I filmed to make it look that way. Yeah, but I mean, of course, that's just all part of your skill as a videographer too. Your ability to edit and change the lighting and adjust the background. Adjust the contrast and whatever to make it look so much similar. But it was also just great that you knew of a place that was kind of similar. It looked similar, so much similar that it turned out fantastic. Yeah. And your friend did great with your filming too. I don't know. I wish I kind of had somebody to help me film a little bit.
Well, I told her like when I am standing on this wood, I told her like move like this, how I move, you move too.
Yeah,
And then
that's
she's
right.
like, okay. And then there was like a lot of videos because she's my best friend, and of course she was very helpful. And her name is Yelena, and she's like very supportive from the very beginning of my career. Not like online, but like I
Right. Yeah.
started before Facebook was invented.
Well, hi, Yelena. Hi, Yelena. You did fantastic. You did such a great job.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's like. Then she said like, okay, let's just go to Vienna Woods, and then we will just like do this and actually we did all of this like I think in about an hour. And as it was getting dark, then it was also a little bit stressed, like will I going to make on time, because I had this perspective to present those people in Hollywood,
Yes.
and actually it all went well.
Yeah, I think it turned out great though. I think you did great, and it is stressful when you're kind of starting to run out of light, and you don't, you know what I mean. You're in the woods. What are you going to do? I hope I got
Yeah.
enough footage, that kind of stuff. That's kind of the way I felt with the first video, but the second one I did earlier in the day, so it was a little less stressful for me because I didn't want to run out of light this time because I knew I was going into the woods. Plus, I didn't want to be in that crazy cemetery after dark. I'm just going to
Yeah,
be
I
honest.
mean, you understand, I understand, and maybe people who
Yeah.
are doing this understand, but light is like very important, especially when you are outside. It's different when you are inside. You are in control of the
Yes.
light inside, but
Yes.
once when you are outside, everything changes. So that's why I think this third video, The Scent of the Night, it's like it went completely like, how can I say, like so dark and scary and completely like real horror. And also I'm using piano just at the end of the score, not in this composition. And also I do not sing, I'm using like spoken words. And what I noticed that the audience like really like this, and they enjoyed and they listen. And I was actually surprised because usually when composer write a song, it's like usually a song, but
Yes.
this is like something beyond the song. This is like crossover film scoring song, something atmospheric, ambiental. So what I actually want to say about lighting is that in this video I so loved, this is your idea, I so loved when you went to this light, like this broken light that you always
Yes.
wanted to film. I found this scene very, I think this is like a highlight in this video.
Tonight is the color
You know, Jeff, this was really great for me visually to work because I didn't need to use any kind of special effect because you had that naturally there where you filmed. So how was it?
Uh, that was the strobe effect was kind of, it was fun, but it was stressful because this place is a little small town, and it's actually an LED street light that has malfunctioned. And I had been seeing it for some length of time doing that as I would drive through after dark, and I thought that this would be a good spot to do something like that. I didn't know at the time that you and I were going to do another video, you know what I mean? But when you mentioned that, I was thinking, oh man, this place I've been seeing here, would probably work. Maybe it was difficult. It was not easy to get the video there because there's a roadway beside it, and traffic would come every now and then, and I'm standing out here with knives on the side of the road, so I didn't want to have a police presence or anything. So I kind of ducked into the woods and waited on cars to go by sometimes so I could get video. But it was a lot of fun. Yeah, that part was fun. And then of course we went back to the same cemetery in the woods and got the remaining video. But yeah,
A lot of
yeah,
people ask me like, this reminds me of the knife dance. And I'm like, yes, well, it's continuation.
right. Yeah, we just kind of you just kept building off of the same character, I guess, which was
Yeah.
kind of cool. And I think that this last one, it feels like, I mean, because really you or I, neither one ever concocted a story line to work with. We just kind of did video, and then the music kind of led it to where it went. But it feels like in spite of not having a real storyline to go from exactly, we still ended up creating a story of some sorts.
Yeah, I think this kind of inspiration in those like kind of horror stories um, really reflected or like influenced maybe both of us to go into this direction because as I said, you're very flexible. You will do your makeup. You will like take knives. You will like make this cross on your body like and you have no idea why you're doing this. I'm like directing the video and you're still doing it and you don't
Right,
know like what is the symbolic of
right.
this or what is symbolic of the apple or what is the symbolic of you being behind me like in this flash, you know. I
Yes.
love those moments where audience can like interpret their kind of stories. I love that, but I love that with art.
Yeah, no, it's great that yeah, and we noticed that when we first debuted that and aired it before that, kind of everybody kind of had their own idea about what was happening there, and at times I felt the same, but like when we were actually doing the film part of it, or I was actually doing the film, you had just kind of asked me certain things to do. I didn't honestly, like you say, I didn't know why I was doing the cross. I'm like, I just know that there was some symbolism there that you wanted, and so I was more than glad to do. It was a
Yeah,
lot of
it's just
fun. Yeah.
I was like inspired by some horror movies, and I was just thinking it's like really cool and scary,
Yes.
and like let the audience do their kind of interpretation because I think that's the great thing to hear a lot of different interpretation, which is always good for the art, and I just love how this also turned out really really great. And do you remember last year when I asked you, or was it the beginning of this year? I can't remember. I had like this idea like to make like a silent movie and
Yes.
then to do the and then we somehow you were busy, I was busy, so we didn't do this. And then I think that idea of having like silent movie turned into this.
Yeah.
So I said previously that I'm like using spoken words, but I'm also singing the voices that one hears in the background are like singing vocals that I did. And what I wanted to achieve in this piece is like to use those vocal effects to somehow present like the fear of something that there it's like there but it is not. So that's why I love this scene when you are like flashing behind. which is like natural. It was like natural light. I didn't use
Yeah.
any effects. This was really great,
Yeah.
Jeff.
Yeah, that's a neat location right there. And like I say, I just know always driving by it, I always thought to myself, if there was a monster standing over there, that would be something really crazy to see. And so then, of course, here goes Jeff. He's going to be the monster for Black Marine in her Halloween trilogy. So so there was a monster there. It's just me.
I don't know how you did this scene. Like, um, for me, when I watch this video now, this is like the center of the composition when you are on this field on your knees, like standing, sit on your knees. Sorry, and
Yes.
then there is like these lights above you, and then as you said, there is like it's like a small town streets. People are going by. So how did you manage this? Because camera it looks like camera was like far away from you.
Yeah, so I literally filmed it with my phone. I mean, it's all done with my phone, set in landscape mode, and yeah, I thought when I was gonna do that, maybe it's not so far away the camera, but
It
maybe
looks like.
yeah, maybe 15, 20 yards away on the tripod, there was like a driveway, and then the street light has a pole. So I kind of got directly under that. I was worried that the light wouldn't show me good enough unless I put the camera at a certain distance. And I don't know, it just worked out. I sent you quite a few different sets of clips there like that. And I know you were able to pick some out that worked. I'm glad, because I was a little concerned after I first did it that they wouldn't be that good, but it did turn out to be very, very, very spooky and very cool. I liked it myself. How you clipped it and used it, it turned out great. So
Yeah, I mean, it was also for me a little bit challenging because I already received like a video file which already have this effect. So I was just like, oh, how I'm going to do this, like
how am I going to
to
make this
adjust
work?
the color because it was like color. It was like green was grass was green and all in color. So I was like, oh my God, if I do like this black, will you still be visible in the video? So like. But then it turned well, really well. Turned
Yes,
out
no,
well.
I think you managed to make it work, and it looked great. It really did. Uh, for me, on this last video that we did, I really liked that you had asked me to change, like, go into the woods as yourself or whatever, and then you change into the black cloak and find the knives in the woods or whatever. So I thought that was an interesting move there too, and it turned out good also. I just wore my jean jacket and battle jacket down into the woods and made out like this stuff was all just kind of laying there, and I find it, and then I become this person, this psychopath or whatever, that's being controlled by this this nun in Vienna, Austria somewhere. It turned out good. I loved it.
I love how we ended like this trilogy. Like there was like the beginning of the knife dance in Halloween song, then the knife dance itself, and then this reflection on the knife from the sun when you were like filming
Yes, it
what
glancing.
you
Yeah,
mentioned previously, and then the moment like when you are like you're hanging them on the ground, like it's
yes,
over, like it's
yes,
I think this is like also very important like moment or symbolic in this trilogy, like it's like
yeah.
one now.
Yeah, and then you perfectly added some sound right there, like right when the knives are hitting the ground, like there's this boom, this big change, this big sound comes in right there, and I was like, oh man, this is so great. When I watched it back, I was like, yeah, it's perfect. You did it's perfect. I don't know how you could have done different.
Sometimes, I mean, most of the time, I just follow like my intuition. I'm of course aware of what I'm doing, but sometimes it's just like, um, like there is music, there is this scene. So I think it's like when you are a long time in this area, somehow it becomes like natural, and I don't think like about it so much. But then now when you mention it, it fits perfectly with the sound.
It does, yeah. The sound come in right when the knives are hitting the ground, and there's like it's in a cemetery, so there's like a headstone and a little statue right here. So when I put the knives down, they're literally hitting down right behind some granite monument kind of thing, and yeah, it just then the sound comes in. Bam! It's just yeah, you did great. I don't know if, like you say, I don't know if you meant to do that, but it feels like it was meant, so it worked
I
out
don't
like
know.
it.
I think the beauty of all of this art is being spontaneous and to be true to yourself and honest to the music and videos, creation, art in general. And then I think that is the result because when one is working like with heart and with emotions and like when you are fully present in what you are doing, then I think then audience can see then the result because as I said, none of these videos or anything was like planned or like staged previously.
Yeah,
It was like happened like spontaneously, and I'm so grateful for your friendship and for your collaboration because without you this wouldn't be like so scary, and all of these stories I don't think they would come into light. So thank you, Jeff.
yeah, no, yeah. I don't know that anybody else could have done it together the same way that you and I did. So I too appreciate you so much. The
I
fact
agree
that
with that. I don't think that
yeah,
anyone actually can do that because I mean I know how it is filming and driving somewhere and do this and that and
yes,
it is a lot of work. Although
yeah,
you say like it's only like clips, but still to do those clips you need time, you need to
yeah,
dress up, you need makeup. So I'm very grateful for
yeah.
what you
Well,
did.
we accidentally on purpose did some really cool stuff. I say accidentally on purpose because it was like the filming was just kind of happenstance, but it turned into something purposeful. So very 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 exciting and fun, and maybe it's not the last. Maybe there's a new character on the horizon. Who knows?
Well, so far today and this month we celebrate Halloween, so we have this free video, which are now Black Marine Halloween Trilogy. So we celebrate this, and yeah, thank you, Jeff. And I want to wish everyone happy Halloween and have a great time, people.
Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.